So many acting courses focus on monologues, and anybody that has applied for a university probably had to put themselves on tape doing a monologue. And a lot of times for theater, you need to go in and do a monologue. And a lot of acting courses will start with monologues. And this is my opinion. This is one place where this is my opinion and maybe nobody else's. But I absolutely despise monologues until you are an incredibly experienced actor. Let me explain why. The most important thing in communicating on camera with your scene partner is to listen. Often when I'm auditioning, people think I'm crazy. They think I've made a mistake because I will give them sides where they may have 8 words and yet the reader has a ton of dialogue in between their 8 words that they say throughout the sides. That's very much on purpose. I know more about you as an actor when you're listening to your scene partner read than I do by watching you read. So sometimes that silence is unbelievably important for me to see how you're reacting and how much you are absorbing what your scene partner is saying. If you start by training actors to do a monologue, they're focused completely on themselves and they're not used to incorporating somebody else's response. If you think about what makes a scene real, it's how somebody responds to it. You can't keep it real by anticipating what your response is going to be. In order to keep a scene fresh, and sometimes those of you that have been on a film set know you can do scenes over and over and over and over again for various reasons. Either you flubbed the lines or fly landed on the lens or the dolly track wasn't doing what it was supposed to do or any number of reasons. But you can do take after take after take. And you can't lose the passion for that scene just because you're on take 10. You have to be as in the moment as you were for take 1. How do you do that? You certainly don't do that by just knowing your lines and just picking up your cue from what your scene partner says and now you move in. So you can't hear somebody talking about how much they hate your spouse and they keep talking more and more about how much they hate your spouse. Then all of a sudden you respond and you're angry. That's not going to happen in real life. You're going to start to see that resentment build in somebody. It's going to be all over their face. When they do respond, it will be with anger. But it can't be a situation where you're just sitting there with a big smile on your face, kind of a vacant smile on your face, and then all of a sudden it's your turn to say something. You go, "Hey, don't say that about my husband." That's just not how life works. So it's not going to be real. And unfortunately, to me, this is what monologues tend to teach people. So if you are in a class that's teaching monologues, I don't mean to contradict them, and I don't mean that they're doing things wrong, but just be sure to stay fresh in reading. Balance out your monologues of staying fresh with reading with the scene partner and truly reacting to that scene partner.